Welcome to War India News Hour. Courts are the new battleground for social media giants in India. We are witnessing over the last couple of months the social media companies have been put on trial in India. Courts have become a battleground with Facebook, WhatsApp and Twitter in various courts of the country right now, both as petitioners and respondents. Last week, the head of Facebook India, Ajit Mohan, was in the Supreme Court, which ruled that he would have to appear before a Delhi Assembly committee for his representation regarding the riots that broke out in Delhi last year. In its judgment, the court also said that the capital of the country can ill afford any repetition of the occurrence, and thus the role of Facebook in this context must be looked into by the powers that be. Around the same time, Twitter India's Manish Maheshwari was arguing in the Karnataka High Court that the notices the Uttar Pradesh police sent to him over an investigation into a viral video were without the sanction of law. The UP police though said Maheshwari was playing hide and seek. WhatsApp too was in the Delhi High Court over its controversial privacy policy, committing that it won't enforce the policy until India passes the imminent Personal Data Protection Bill. Under the new IT rules, significant social media intermediaries, platforms with over 5 million Indian users, are mandated to appoint a chief compliance officer who can be held liable under any proceedings in case of non-compliance. Referring to the vast reach of Facebook, the bench said it has 2.85 billion monthly active users worldwide, of which India accounts for 270 million. The Supreme Court said it made Facebook a powerful entity as far as influencing the opinions of citizens is concerned. Such vast powers must necessarily come with responsibility, it said. The Supreme Court said social media platforms like Facebook cannot deny that they use algorithms, which are sequences of instructions with some human interventions to personalize content and news to target users. The algorithms select the content based on several factors including social connections, location, and past online activity of the user. These algorithms are often far from objective, with biases capable of getting replicated and reinforced. The role played by Facebook is thus more active and not as innocuous as is often presented when dealing with third-party content, as per the bench. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Devusinh Chauhan to handle select unstarred parliamentary questions to Telecom. Communications Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw allocated the task of handling unstarred parliament questions that are not on sensitive issues to the Minister of States for Communications, Devusinh Chauhan. The allotted work to Chauhan includes handling of assurance, special mention in Rajya Sabha, laying of annual reports, rules, regulations, etc. related to Telecom Ministry, authentication of papers and matters related to official languages according to orders issued by the Ministry of Communications on Tuesday. Russia's most aggressive ransomware group disappeared. A day after President Biden referred to President Vladimir V. Putin of Russia and demanded that he act to close down ransomware teams which is attacking American targets, the largest of them has gone offline. The REvil group, Ransomware Evil, is believed answerable for the assault that introduced down one among America's largest beef producers, JBS, and it took credit score of a hack that affected thousands of companies all over the world over the July 4 vacation. The second principle is that Mr. Putin ordered the group taken down by Russia. If that's the case, then that will be a gesture towards heeding Mr. Biden's warning. GST officials filed 8,000 cases in ITC frauds worth Rs 35,000 crores in FY21. Central GST zones and the Directorate General of GST Intelligence have booked about 8,000 cases involving fake input tax credit, that is ITC, worth more than Rs 35,000 crores during the last financial year. This result comes after a nationwide special drive against fake GST invoice scams launched on November 9th of 2020 and is still ongoing in light of the high proportion of fake ITC availability and utilization. The free time on unlimited group calls on Google Meet comes with limitations. If you are someone who uses Google Meet, the video conferencing platform of Google, from your personal or free account for group calls, then there is a bad news for you. Google Meet will no longer offer unlimited group calls, as the company has now imposed new limitations on the use of the service by those who use free Google accounts. Google has imposed a 60-minute time limit for calls with 3 or more participants. This means that if the meeting organizer has a Gmail account, the meeting will have to end in an hour. Google faces huge penalty from France government against copyright row. France fines Google 500 million euros over copyright row. Google must come up with proposals within 2 months to compensate French news publishers or face additional fines of up to 900,000 euros, that is around rupees 8 crores per day as per France. It fined Google 500 million euros, that is over rupees 4,400 crores, for failing to strike a fair deal with publishers to use their content. Google ignored a 2020 order to fairly compensate publishers, France said. The fine comes amidst increasing international pressure on online platforms such as Google and Facebook to share more revenue with the news outlets. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to Var India News Magazine. You can download the Var India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.